The Natural Home Network. The Natural Home Network. The Natural Home Network.
That's one of the ways that you can make a declaration to yourself. Declare it in your day, whatever your desire is. Today is a good day. I am well. All is well in my world. It's important to do those things because the job of your subconscious mind is to keep you safe. And safe sometimes can look like stuck. Sometimes it is stuck. So you find yourself wanting to go to these places and do these things, but you keep feeling this stuckness because your subconscious mind is basically what determines how you behave, your actions, what you do or what you don't do. You know, you might say, I want to start a business, but for some reason you just can't let yourself start that business. That's an indication that there may be some sort of limiting decision that you're unaware of because it's running on autopilot in your mind. And that's the difference between a limiting decision and a limiting belief. A limiting belief might be something like, I can't do that. A limited decision might be something like, I could never, like, I'm just not going to do it. Like a decision is just, this is it. I'm not doing it or I am doing it. But, you know, once you decide on something, there's really nothing anybody can tell you about it, you know?
Right.
But your beliefs can change.
Absolutely.
So that's why affirmations are important because they work to reprogram that. They work to undo that and replace it with something that's more constructive and empowering.
I love the concept that you were talking about earlier with the mustard seed and how it just takes a little bit of faith, a little bit of some of these principles and practices in order to turn sort of your whole life around. Talk a little bit about that with our viewers about what that means to you.
Yeah, I believe we all have dreams. We all have aspirations, and they may be big. And so we're looking way down the line, like, I don't know how I'm going to get there. But the magic is you don't have to know how when you start. You have to start. That's it. I told my friend the other day, sometimes we worry too much about the steps and how we're going to do it and when we're going to do it and who's going to help us and all these things. But you have to show up and the how will meet you there. It's like when I wrote my chapter in my book, Soulful Prayers, it's called I Don't Know How, but I Know Who. Because we know a God that does things and we can look back and not know how it happened, but we know it happened. We were there.
Yeah.
I saw it happen. I don't know how, but it happened.
Yeah.
So
you are also a contributor to the Intentional Communication with God book. Tell us a little bit about what that meant to you and how communication with God intentionally looks like for you.
When I was a little girl, my cousin and I used to make books. I couldn't draw, but she would draw the pictures and I would write the stories and we would do that for fun. And we had probably like 20 books or something like that. Unfortunately, they burned in a house fire, but we still have those memories. But I've always dreamt of being an author, of writing, just writing. And so when I came across this opportunity, I jumped at it because, like I said, this has been something I've been wanting to do since I was a little girl. And I've been infatuated with journaling since I can remember. And I do this thing where sometimes I just write. I just let myself write. Whatever comes out, comes up, comes out. And I just leave it there. I leave it in the book. I leave it in the journal. I don't go back and read it again. I just leave it there.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes I'll look up and I'll be experiencing something, or I'll be having a moment in life, and it's like, almost like a brain flash. Like I have a brain flash, like, this feels familiar.
I've been here before.
Yeah. And that happened to me when I was sitting at the book release for Soulful Prayers, the intentional power of the intentional communication with God. I felt like I had been there before. And so I was led to go back through some of my old journals. And sure enough, I came back to a page in my journal where I had written about releasing my first book. And I had been there before in my mind. And then I was there in real life.
Wow. So I guess that would be a manifestation of sort, like what your subconscious mind is trying to bubble up to the surface. And then after you were talking about, after you decide to do something that can't nobody tell you nothing, and you keep moving, whether good or bad. You know, sometimes we fear the unknown, and we fear the things that we are going to have to experience that might not be so pleasant. But I mean, I am a firm believer that all things work together for the good to them who love God and are the called according to his purpose. And that means that, you know, we are going to experience things that might not feel good, but they are all good. You know, so I love the fact, don't you have like your journals from like middle school?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. I write so much stuff, and I need to take a page out of your book literally and just let it go. Because sometimes I'll read it and it doesn't reread it, I should say. And it doesn't make any sense to me, but it's not supposed to make sense. It's like the stirrings of my heart in that moment. And it's not supposed to make sense. It's just a part of a bigger picture, particularly as I am intentionally communicating with God, communing with God, and seeking his will and purpose for the plans for my life. So I so appreciate, and it's probably going to be your memoir one day when your children's children, like, you know, let me pull these journals out from middle school. I'm sure it's fun and hilarious and all of that. I'm sure it is. So back to affirmations for a second. How do you affirm yourself?
A lot of self-talk. Whole lot of self-talk. Like, especially when I'm in the car by myself. Like, if I had one of those dash cams, I would probably look like a crazy person. Because I talk to myself a lot. And I don't use fancy words. I don't code switch or any of those things. I just say it like it is. Like, sometimes I say, girl, you tripping today, but that's okay. Yeah. Okay, because we're going to do this thing, you know. I speak my own language, you know, and for everybody else that looks different, you know. Sometimes for me, it's hidden behind a humorous thought, something like that, you know. Yeah. But you really have to. It's most important to be honest with yourself. That's how I affirm myself, because I believe in truth. If I don't believe in nothing else, I believe in the truth. You know, as ugly as it may be, sometimes I believe in the truth. Yeah. I'll never have what I really want if I never allow myself to admit that I want it. So
that sounds like an affirmation. What are some of your favorites that you say?
All is well in my world. That one is always one of the first ones to come up. And one of my favorite ones, though, is y'all not gonna worry me.
Y'all could be anybody. It could be yourself in that moment.
Right. It could be anybody or anything. Sometimes it's an inanimate thing. Sometimes it's these dishes that I don't feel like doing. Y'all not gonna worry me today. Yeah. Sometimes it's not that trash I don't feel like taking out. Y'all not gonna worry me today. They're not coming till Friday. I'll worry about it Thursday.
It definitely sets the tone for sure. You know, when you can speak to that thing.
Yes.
Yeah. So how do you work with clients who are looking to shift their mindset, who are looking to implement some of these techniques, and, you know, maybe someone who is an entrepreneur that wants more clarity or wants more direction in creating a business, or maybe getting unstuck, or shedding some of those limiting beliefs?
I have an ebook for those who just want to kind of dip their toe in the water. But for a little for deeper, more personal experience, I have VIP days. I literally customize it to that person. So if a person reaches out with interest in a VIP day, I'll send them an application. It's just a series of questions just to kind of help me get an idea of what exactly you're looking for and what you need help with. And we spend a few hours together, and I use some of these techniques like time techniques, EFT. It just depends on that person's needs. And we go through those things, and we rewire some of those things, and they come out anew with a whole new game plan.
So what's the follow-up to that like? Once you kind of have this mountaintop experience with you, especially with a VIP day. I mean, an ebook, it can be useful for someone who would need it. But for a VIP day, I imagine like if I were a person that would go through it, I'd be like, all right, I have Charleeta's undivided attention. We about to make some mustard out of these mustard seeds, and we about to get it. So what happens after?
After we definitely do follow up, because I don't believe in just letting you go, And I'm just one of those people. I care like that. Like my Instagram bio says therapist, because I care, So I'll follow up with you. It's individualized for that person. So say it's a person that wants to start a business. We may have established a certain goal, say in 3 months or a month or a week. It just depends on that person. We just check in like, well, how's that so-and-so going? How are you using the tools I taught you? That type of deal. We follow up. I'm not going to just leave you hanging.
I love it. Well, if you don't mind, would you lead us in what we started a little earlier and kind of take us through, let's say, I don't know, I am a person who wants to start a business. I'm transitioning from corporate America, and I do have some, limiting beliefs. And I would like to explore that maybe through affirmation and through, however you do what you do to support your clients and to help them to elevate their mindset and come up with clarity and a concrete plan. Can you walk us through maybe just a few minutes of what that would look like? And I can be the guinea pig.
Okay, you want to do a couple rounds of tapping?
The floor is yours.
All right, let's do some tapping. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll tap through each of the points. I'll try to stay in frame so you can see what I'm tapping. Before I start, I'll just kind of walk you through what those points are, just in case you can't see me, because I feel like I'm kind of out of frame a little bit. But the first tapping point is going to be your karate chop right here on the side of your hand. And then we're going to go to the top of the head. Yep. And then we're going to go to the side of the eye right here, beside your eyes. Yep. Then we're going to go right here in between.
2 fingers?
2 or 1, whichever works for you. It doesn't matter. Then underneath the eye. Yep. And then right here underneath your mouth. Yep. You can do it like this or like this. It doesn't matter. As long as you hit that point. Yeah. And then right here under your chin. Yep. And then your collarbone, right here underneath your collarbone. And this one's going to be kind of hard because I can't quite get in the frame. But like right on the side where your bra strap is. Yeah, just one arm. You can do it on one side. You don't have to do it on both sides. Just one side. A little bit lower. Kind of underneath your arm there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then we'll go back to the karate chop.
So starting here, here, here,
But don't worry so much about the order, because the order's not
the order doesn't matter?
Order.
Okay.
So if you, when you're starting, if you forget, the side of the eye, it's fine.
Okay.
It's not wrong. It's still gonna work. As long as you're tapping, because usually I actually go from top of the head to the here and then here, but it doesn't matter. So, because sometimes you don't have time to go through all the rounds or all the places. So sometimes I might just tap right here, or sometimes I might just, woo. But anyway, all right. So let's start. Okay. Even though, you can just repeat after me.
Okay. Even though
I'm feeling away.
I'm feeling away.
I deeply
love
and accept myself.
love, and accept myself.
Even though
I
have anxiety,
have anxiety.
I deeply love
I deeply love
and accept myself.
and accept myself.
Even though I'm feeling away,
I'm feeling away.
I deeply love
I deeply love
and accept myself.
and accept myself.
Even though I don't know how I'm going to do this,
Even though I don't know how I'm going to do this,
I deeply love and accept myself.
I deeply love and accept myself.
I have a millionaire's brain.
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 I can do this.
I can do this.
It is done.
It is done.
All things are done well.
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 Everything works out for me.
Everything works out for me.
It all works out for me.
It all works out for me.
I don't have to know all the answers.
I don't have to know all the answers.
I just have to show up.
I just have to show up.
I'm here.
I'm here.
I am here.
I am here.
I believe.
I believe.
I believe in me.
I believe in me.
I am fully supported.
I am fully supported.
People love to give me money.
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 It happens all the time.
It happens all the time.
With ease.
With ease.
This thing is easy.
This thing is easy.
I do this with ease.
I do this with ease.
Nothing is in my way.
Nothing is in my way.
I am open to receive.
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 I deeply love and accept myself.
I deeply love and accept myself.
I am a business owner.
I'm a business owner.
I am a business owner.
I am a business owner.
I am.
I am.
I am because I said I am.
I am because I said I am.
I win.
I win.
How you feeling?
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
Like, I think the tap and release, like the logical part of me, where when I said I have a millionaire's brain, it seemed on the surface like nonsensical to me. Like, but I do. But I do. Everything that I need is on the inside of me to be successful. And so the physicality of tapping it disconnected my thoughts associated with it.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, so it wasn't like I was, when I first started, I was like, you know, what to expect. But then it kept going, I was like, this is possible. Like every little thing that I was saying, I am. I am a business owner. I do have a millionaire's brain. I have everything I need. I love and accept myself. I don't have to know the answers. All of those things that sometimes I say in my heart of hearts, or for people who are watching, you might say these things, but you kind of don't believe them, you know, but to disconnect from that and truly just walk in it. Thank you for that. That was very powerful.
You're welcome.
And it was very peaceful too. Like I feel very calm. Am I supposed to feel calm after that? Yeah. And I found myself like smiling and like sitting in the feeling that it would feel to be cool with accepting those truths about myself. So thank you.
You're welcome. I'm glad you had that experience.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
So how do people get in contact with you? I know that you have books and affirmation cards and a coaching business and, walking people through EFT and NLP and the time method and all of that. How do people stay in contact with you? What's the best way?
I was just about to say that. There are several ways to get in contact with me, but the best way is to get on my email list. And you can do that through my website, which is themustardseedmethod.com. Again, that's themustardseedmethod.com.
Okay, themustardseedmethod.com. We'll definitely have people stay connected to you. And thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your generosity with sharing your gifts and just your story of how you got here. I believe it's going to help so many women that are in the audience. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Tune in next time for our episode of Healing Habits at Home with Adrienne Carwheel, Wednesdays at 5:30 Eastern Time, right here on KP Media TV. That's it for this week. Join us again next Wednesday for Healing Habits at Home with Adrienne Carwheel.